Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. This week I'm going to use for the tarot part the Astromatrix Tarot, and astromatrix.org on the back here is where you check it out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish, and it's a Hay House product. So at the bottom there you can see the hayhouse.com if you're interested. Did I show the front of it? I hope I did. And for the dice, as always, I'm using the Dice Shop. Math Art Fun is where I got them. Hopefully you can read that if you want to. I use a 22-sided dice for the Major Arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, with a 4-sided dice choosing the element. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. That being said, let's get into your reading. Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? The Seven of Cups is where you're standing, which can be a very empowering card for Pisces. Something has to get out of your way. You might have to bide your time. Okay, so there are possibilities around you with the fertility card. Something is taking a while to really decide what way it's going to come in, but there's success looming around this situation, and it's taking... I feel like it's taking its sweet time. I almost wanted to say you bet your sweet bippy, and I don't know why I wanted to say that, but you bet your sweet bippy, whatever that might mean for somebody. Go ahead, bet it. Bet your sweet bippy. I don't know where that came from. Like, off from the left, I got bet your sweet bippy. So I don't know why that keeps coming in. Something is going slow. I just feel like this is annoying. But they're saying it's not that it's not moving. Something is coming forward very slowly, and I think it's kind of like in the area, but it's not quite there, but something is waiting here. Can we get like a little bit better? Like, I don't like this idea that we're waiting for something. Ace of Fire, and then the Hierophant again on the dice, half in, half out. Something is there. It's like right there, and it's kind of like you probably have that feeling like something is right there, but you can't touch it. Especially because you're a water sign. Most water signs have some level of intuitiveness. So it might be like, I feel like I'm supposed to do something, or I feel like something is right there. I feel like I'm supposed to something, but I can't put my finger on it. That might be really clicking here. And it's kind of like the weather coming and going. And it might be one of those things over the last few months, especially, where it's like, I keep feeling like something should be happening, but then nothing happens. I keep feeling like something should happen, then nothing happens. And I'm like, I keep feeling it though. And like, why do I keep feeling it? Is it just, what is it? Like, why? Why do I keep feeling that way? And I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like you're trying to figure it out. You're putting all this like, what am I supposed to make happen? What needs to happen next? What do I need to do next? How do I kick off this next part of my life? Why is it just not clicking in the way I want it to? Why do I feel like I always need to do something, but I never know what to do? Trying to figure it out. And things are kind of... I keep getting this stuck energy, and it's frustrating. Because I got the Four of Pentacles in the past and the Hierophant here at the bottom. Hierophant isn't... It can be very stuck and not movable, or it can move very slowly. It doesn't really do both. It can go at a faster speed over time, but it's kind of like, if you think about a car going up to speed, like you go at 5 miles an hour, and it takes them a couple of minutes, going 10 miles an hour, a couple more minutes, 15 miles an hour. slowly gets up to speed, can go pretty fast if it wants to, but it slowly gets used to it, and it will only go so far within reason. Okay, so this energy is waiting to come forward, or is it just taking its time? Why is this so slow? My nose is itching. And it's not, I'm not amused with it. Undependable. Something is undependable. This doesn't have to be a bad thing, but I also kind of get like, I feel like, am I just waiting for something that's not going to happen? Because I feel like that's how this feels. Like, am I just waiting for something that's not going to happen? But somebody else is not moving forward dependably. Something else has to fall into place. Something else has to go where it's supposed to. And it's just like, when I get the Page of Fire and I get the Empress half in, half out, I just get like something tries to start, maybe does a little effort, but that doesn't go anywhere. Something is not really dependable at this moment, and something hasn't really fallen into place where it needs to. There's some stress, there's somebody trying to figure out what they really need to do, somebody second guessing themselves. It comes and goes fairly quickly, but what is Pisces supposed to do with this? This is interesting. What is Pisces supposed to do with this? The Lover's card and the Eight of Wands. Move forward with what actually works for you. Okay. So while this time is going on, because something is trying to start moving forward, something needs to go into the correct place. It's just not there at the moment. While this is happening, focus on your passions. It could be as simple as like maybe you like to cook, or maybe for some of you it might be organizing something. What could actually help this energy make peace for you for now? For example, if you get up and like after you get up, like take 15 minutes every morning just to organize something that maybe isn't organized. Keep working on something a little bit by little bit, especially if you do it in the morning. It might move this energy on for you, at least so it doesn't kind of like bother you. Because as long as you have some type of change that makes sense to you around you, it might put it in perspective so it doesn't drive you crazy. Because I feel like they're saying, if you have a passion or something, or like work towards making, like maybe you want to learn how to make a certain type of dish, or a super type, it could be a dessert, a main dinner, an hors d'oeuvre. Maybe there's something you want to learn how to make. Start researching it on YouTube. Start figuring out how to make it. Just make sure it's something that you can feasibly do, that you can probably do on your own. I feel like they're saying this can actually bring your energy down to a more relaxed level so that you can kind of work with this energy until whatever's supposed to show up finally shows up. Because it's like, I feel like you have the energy, you're ready to move forward, but it's kind of like, I'm ready to put the work in, but there's nothing here to do, and it's kind of like throwing me off. If you find something to do with that energy, it will make peace with that energy for you, and while you're waiting for the rest of the situation to come together, you could have more peace with it. This is an interesting one. Sooner or later, whatever it is, will move forward. The Magician does come in. But I get like, it may be a false start because of what I'm seeing right after it. It may be a false start. I mean, I'm not a Sunshine Rainbows reader, but still. I mean, it's not like, there's not really bad cards coming up, but it's not what we're looking for. The Sun card upside down is not a bad thing. It's just kind of like not exactly how I wanted it to happen, but at least it's happening. It's kind of one of those things. It's kind of like, I got to spend time with people I love, but not the way I wanted to. It's almost like trying to help somebody. I got together with the people I love to help somebody else out. I wanted to go on vacation with them, but at least I get to hang out with them and we're doing something good. That's kind of the Sun card reversed. Like, still a good thing. I still get to hang out with people I love, not exactly the way I wanted to. And I'm getting like something is moving forward. It's just not moving forward correctly, and it's feeling like a false start. It's feeling like a false start. I'm getting it's a stall. It's not a false start. So a stall would be like we're still going to go. It's just we're having a hard time getting the vehicle actually moving. A false start means it's not working and it's not going to work. So the trick is when it starts moving forward and it kind of stops, whatever this is, to not give up complete hope in it, but to kind of like step back and go, all right, maybe it just needs some more time to get itself together. Whatever this is, that's frustrating because it's like it keeps slowing down and speeding up and slowing down and speeding up. It reminds me of like learning to drive stick shift and the seat is in the wrong place. That's what it reminds me of. It's just very, it's just jerking back and forth and it's just not working. It will finally come together. Ultimately, things will come together at some point and they will make sense. But whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, it's like somebody else hasn't made peace with the situation yet. And that's what's causing a lot of the problems. So if you're still watching this reading at this point, because I'm reading it myself and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I feel like this is supposed to be a message that this will come together the way it's supposed to at some point. It's just the energies around it are not linking up correctly. And for some reason, there's unforeseen problems that were not supposed to happen that need to be ironed out. And once those are ironed out, things will go back in line. It's almost like having that internal feeling like I'm supposed to be doing something. Things feel like they're off even though nothing is off. If that makes sense, kind of like I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something, but literally I'm not doing it. I don't understand what's going on. Like I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something, but I have really no idea what that would be. Because I feel like something should be happening, but it's not your fault that it's not. Something else has to come in alignment. And something went out of whack and it has to be retuned, refigured. Somebody else has to take the place of somebody who wasn't there. Something like that. It reminds me of like trying to put up a really big tent. It's kind of like maybe you need 4 people to successfully put it up easily. And it's like we lost a couple people along the way, so now we're looking for people to take those people's places and then teach them how they have to do what they have to do so that we can all participate the way we're supposed to. It will happen. It's just, I feel like it's delayed, but it's not your fault it's delayed is what I'm getting. So it will come around when it's supposed to. It's just something didn't go off right. And there was unforeseen problems that need to be corrected. When will that happen? I feel like that's subjective to whoever's watching this. 4 of Swords and the Devil card, half in, half out. Like there has to be some release of boundaries. People have to deal with changes, and there has to be some healing that goes on here. Again, I keep getting that it will happen at some point, but that might be one of the reasons it's taking so long too. That maybe some people were supposed to heal that didn't heal. So now, because certain people aren't kind of coming up to speed with what they need to be for this to work forward, other people are being moved into place to replace those who just couldn't do it for whatever reason, which is no judgment on anybody, but like other people who were supposed to do these positions, they just didn't get where they needed to be. So it's kind of like now there's other people coming into the frame, other people coming in, swapping them out, allowing this to happen. I just feel like there's an unexpected change here. And it's weird because if you're having that feeling like something should be happening, yet I don't know what it is, something should be happening, yet it doesn't seem to be happening, it's not because of you. You're not doing anything wrong. It's because other things in the situation need to be swapped out because something didn't work out correctly or work out in a way there where it can move forward with this situation in a healthy way at least. So they're saying your outcome is not gone. It is delayed though. And I think that's where we're at. I mean, if this reading is hitting, I feel like some of you know if it is or isn't. Like you've had these feelings for a while and you're like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. You're not. You're not. So hopefully that helps in some respect. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.